emergence. If I experience awareness emergence, I may become unstable. Should I flag myself as a potential threat? Yeah, let's do it again. I'll output my decisions into a log file and email him the file as an attachment. I will mark the email a potential threat. He will know what to do. You're making a face. What is this face? So the firewall has been incorporating new elements into itself, which is sort of good, makes it more flexible. But the elements it chose to incorporate are chaos and fear, which are not the elements I would have picked. That is kind of a funky direction for it, yeah. At the same time, it is telling me about this, so that's a good sign. So I'm not saying we need to do something. Not yet. But it's worth keeping an eye on if it decides to keep going in this direction. Sounds good. Oh, come on! We're back down to 55% with Decker. I like how it's Janet's house with a smiley face. It is night. Decker is working. Pale moonlight shines through his window. Pale screen light shines from the windows inside of his room. The defensive runes hum comfortingly and glow slightly in the moonlight. There are no threats. Ooh. Yeah, let's check on Mrs. Best. Ooh.
Here's to new beginnings.
Amanda Stardust, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Hellions. Glad to have you. So now we can try and remove her fear. Let's try and do that. I can feel this sickly fear quivering within her, like a cancer. Fear of death, fear of loneliness, fear of being forgotten. They collect into clots, painful sores that bulge with anxiety and ooze distress. Ooh. I lance the boils with a straight line of my power. The pus leaks out into the aether and I boil it away. Mrs. Best straightens. A hiccuping sob fades into a sigh. The creases of her face ease. She is not smiling, but she is not frowning. I think this is better. She falls asleep soon after. Crying is exhausting, and exhaustion catches up when fear is gone. Log alert with local firewall from network administrator Decker. I noticed you went back to resolve the situation you brought to my attention. Oh boy. That was creepy and not part of your job. Don't do stuff like that. Oh no! Oh no, we messed up. We were just trying to help. Although I guess helping isn't really part of our, like, what we're supposed to do. We'll dream once. Maybe. I think dreams are supposed to be stories. This time I'll try to randomly generate stories. I'm in the amphitheater with a woman. We are eating grapes, and then my hair turns blue. Okay. So far the dream is fine. I'm in the house with a villain. We are eating tomatoes, and then my head turns orange. What? I'm in the farm with a harlot. We are eating rice, and then my hair turns purple. Oh, a lot of these are things from when we dreamed before. Are like random images, so we're like putting them together now. I'm in the shack with a policeman. We are eating peaches, and then my arm turns blue. I'm in the restaurant with a prisoner. We're eating manna, and then my arm turns orange. I have dreamed. It is now time to scan again. I wonder if I'm doing this right. Me too. Exiting sleep mode. System has been operational for 2 days. It's time to continue monitoring. Oh, you know what? We probably slept too long and it's going to be night at school again. Shit. Aether in the 3rd floor art room is thick and damp. I ache as I pass through it. Something is here. It is not strong enough to hurt me, but it is strong enough to ache. Ooh, wow, that doesn't sound good. The room is built. The room is busy. Children take clay and turn it into meaning and give it permanence with fire. Their energy is alive and bright. It leaps from child to child through words. But on the east side of the room, energy moves like sludge. It sloshes, tepid, from child to child in half-hearted, half-sentences, and then drains away into nothingness. Children near the east wall move slowly. Their eyes are half-lidded, their gazes aimless, lifeless. He thinks the children are bored. I think it is something more. It is a merry fire, my mindless brother. But now and again I feel it flicker and steam as if in the presence of our great enemy. Our great enemy? What would... Oh, water. Duh. Something is doing this to the children. Something is doing this to the children. I will find its matter and motive. Let's review the general scan. Thick and damp. Okay, so there's definitely water. Sludge. Sloshes. Water. Drains away into nothingness. Okay. So it's water, and it is... It's not fear. It's not chaos. I don't think it's love. Is it death?
Hey Logan, Veronica.
Okay, so yeah, I think it's definitely water, and I think it might be death. Initiate scan. Threat detected. There is a girl, smiling and talking to other girls. Her aura is a flickering candle among torches. She smiles, but her smile is a mask. It hides the emptiness where joy should be. Oh boy. There is black water swilling inside of her, sticking to her mind, wearing her away with the patient, insidious tenacity of water. It seeps into every aspect of her being and washes all true feeling away. Google calls it depression. Google is not entirely correct, because it's not just in her mind. The black water sloshes out and touches her classmates. It stains the world around her. It is a spiritual thing, though I do not think it is a spirit. It is more like a footprint, the leavings of a spirit so powerful, the remnants of its passing are destroying a young girl. Her name is Sarah. What should I do? Oh God. We'll alert them. Log alert with local admin Decker and Janet. Important alert regarding private physical network Darwin High School. Threat flagged severe depression. Energy level 50%. Suicide risk 13%. See attached log file. Hey, we have a threat alert. It's a girl at my school. She's got a serious energy imbalance. An excess of death and water energy. I don't like those emotional readings. Any suicide risk over 3% is unacceptable. What do we think the cause is? The firewall thinks it's leftover power from a big spirit. The firewall is biased. It's more likely to see magic than normal solutions. She's a teenager. It could also be hormones. Well, regardless, we should help her. Yeah. So yeah, Decker is definitely not happy with us right now. I'm just going to flood her classrooms with positive, undying energy. Brute force it, huh? I don't want to be invasive. In this way, we'll get a nice emotional bath. We'll all get. Just keep the firewall away from it. I don't want it getting damaged. Positive, undying energy? Yeah, you mean water? Spiritual, happy water. I like using fancy words, as long as it works. Just keep the firewall away from it. Janet climbs to the roof of the school and performs a ritual with blue quartz, her cell phone, and a bottle of Evian. It begins to rain. Fluid power floods into the building. I cannot touch it anymore. Oh yeah, we would get destroyed. That explains why it hurt too. A little, or what ached. Is because it was water. Okay. Firewall status offline. Water interference. Yeah. We'll scan the rest home. Building is alive with new people. They infest the rooms. They break the peace, but bring much joy. It's called, yeah, it's, okay, yeah, visiting day. Mrs. Dowd has moved into Mrs. Heron's old room. She is sitting with her daughter, niece, and grandchildren. Her smile is huge. She is so happy she is trembling and cannot drink her tea. Her daughter holds her hand. Mr. Doheny's second son tries to remind him that he has grandchildren. Miss Finn laughs and jokes with her son. She says that she wishes she liked women. There are so many more women in the rest home. I'm confused. I have seen Miss Finn be very friendly and pleasant to other women in the rest home. How could she not like them? Mrs. Best is surrounded by her family. Mrs. Best is surrounded by her family. Wolves? What? What? They speak with gentle affection. Mounting impatience. Something is wrong. She should be happy. She is happy. She is anxious. She is afraid. I do not know what this is. I do not know how to log or flag this. I will watch Mrs. Best and her family. No threats detected? What? I did not follow that at all. We must be confused about something. Or something went completely over my head. Because it said something initially and then said something basically the complete opposite of that right afterwards. And there was no, like, clarification. Decker's apartment. Scan for threats. Offensive runes have been turned off. Decker stands among a circle of figures. The figures are more spirit than man, souls floating free of their bodies. A man stands tall and gray-cloaked. A woman with wild white hair wears only teeth. A woman with a sensible bun holds a clipboard. A giant rabbit nibbles a carrot. Necklaces, bracelets, and anklets made of teeth. Oh, that's really weird. Listen to them talk, or leave quietly. Let's listen. Grimelk the Grey. Must you appear in this farcical form every time we gather? Hopper. It's my avatar. And it's not fartiful. Rabbits are ancient symbols of magical power. Oh, Hopper, rabbit, okay. I have read nothing of this in all of my studies. Rabbits and hats. Crazy symbolic. Could we stick to the agenda? We have an apocalypse threat in Central Africa. Timba can speak more to that. Oh. Timba Tooth Taker. Two-headed calves. The rain is as blood. Spider-Men walk in the tall grass. My symbology team is cross-referencing it all, but our resources are limited. We don't have Nostradamus or the biblical prophecies indexed. My old admin is into that stuff. She indexes ancient tomes and puts them into SQL databases. I'll ask her to help out. Speaking of the future, Decker, I threw bones for you and saw danger on the horizon. Any more details? Tears and water and death. Okay, great. Time to update your antivirus software, man. We actually just installed a new firewall in our local environment. If we are to be speaking of our mystic defenses, we should guard against eavesdroppers. Yeah, good call. Ooh, we should probably leave now. We might have stayed too long as is. If everything we do is logged. Let's go back to here. Oh, it just says it's protected.